How could you do this to him? How could you come back into his life and then betray him like this? Jenna, this child is the only thing that is keeping him here in town, and when he gets his memory back and he finds out that kid is not his, it will destroy him. I know my father.
You think I don't know him?
It's Jeffrey's baby, isn't it? This is Jeffrey's child. How could you do this? What was this, like a one-night stand? You just couldn't let go of him? He was too good in bed? Were you hedging your bets, thinking maybe my father would dump you?
It doesn't matter now.
When are you planning on telling him all of this? Were you just going to play this off like it was his baby? Is that what you were going to do? Were you just going to hope that he'd fall so in love with this kid when he found out the truth it wouldn't matter anymore?
Oh, this is none of your damn business. It's between your father and me.
Really? Because I think you're forgetting somebody, Jenna. The biological father. Doesn't he count?
Harley.
Of course, something like simple common sense, that doesn't hold you up from getting what you want. No, you know what? You played it to the hilt. We all bought it. The devoted fiancé, you played it beautifully. I bought into it.
I love your father. Oh, I always have, and I always will. Don't you make a mistake about that. This thing that happened with Jeffrey, it was once, and I didn't have a choice in New York. That night, I didn't have a choice.
Wait, in New York? This happened in New York? When we were all together in New York? No, because you said that you were afraid of Jeffrey. You said that if Jeffrey found out what me and Philip were doing... Did Jeffrey find out about Philip? Jenna, you slept with Jeffrey to save my life. Jenna.
Jeffrey would have killed both of you, Harley. He was getting so dangerously close to figuring it all out. He had already run your father down in the cars. Just a warning. I was absolutely terrified. You and Philip, you were in that other room, totally oblivious to anything going wrong, but it was going terribly, terribly wrong. He was watching you on the surveillance camera. He could see something wasn't right. And then the screen went blank, and then I really had to distract him because he knew something was up. I don't think that you're fully aware of just the extent he would have gone to.
Oh, my God.
There is a bit of irony in this whole mess. For you. That was a very special night. Something very magical, very spontaneous happened between you and Philip. It was the beginning. Unfortunately, it was the beginning of the end for me, but...
You slept with Jeffrey to keep him away from us.
Well, that's the only weapon I had to stop him.
You had to let him take you to bed.
Well, it's what he wanted. He'd been wanting it ever since I went back to Buzz. He used to beg me to sleep with him, so I knew it would work. And it did. And I knew it would distract him, and long enough to forget about the two of you. I also knew that I would pay for it down the line. Unfortunately, didn't realize it'd be quite so soon down the line.
I don't know what to say to you.
It doesn't matter. There's nothing to be said. What's done is done.
Why didn't I see this? Why didn't I say something? Why didn't anything occur to me about this? I mean, the last thing you needed from me today was to be hammering away at you, Jenna.
No, it's not the last thing I needed. There's so much more. Nola knows the truth. That's why she's been hanging around so much.
Nola knows about this?
Yes. And she's been holding it over my head while she spins her web around Buzz, slowly dragging him in and pushing me out.